Hey folks, Carl here with another episode of Grandpa's Farm. And today we are going to look at and talk about genetically modified organisms. There's always something that needs fed up here on Grandpa's Farm in Alaska. A place where you're always welcome. Come on, Lily, let's go feed. Let me pull a weed out of the peony patch here so we can discuss this. Okay. As you guys all know, here's a typical plant. You've got the root structure, you've got the stem, and you've got the leaves in the green. Oh, there she goes doing the boot scooting boogie. Woo! Running all over the place. Anyhow, so here's the problem with GMO, okay? You hear a lot of people talking about it, but here's the one thing they don't explain that is just stupid simple to understand. Plants, okay, here's a dirt level. Rain lands on the soil, it goes down through the dirt, dissolving all the minerals and stuff in the dirt. It gets absorbed by the roots. The roots then pick up whatever it is that was in the soil and in the rain and transports it up the stalk. This is a one-way trip. There's no exhaust, okay? Plants do not have, they don't go to the toilet, okay? They don't put any waste up. Dog, what is your problem? Anyhow, it's a one-way trip. Everything comes out here to the plants, and I don't care what kind of plant this is. This is a weed, but this could be an artichoke. This could be a rutabaga. This could be a potato with the roots down here. It doesn't matter what kind of plant it is. Corn, wheat, soybean, carrot, apple tree, they all work the same, okay? All plants work the same. Whatever the rain dissolves in the soil gets sucked up through the roots and goes up into the plant. Now, what's happened is Monsanto's come along and they've made a chemical that they could spray on the ground that stops weeds from growing like this. It would stop this, it would kill this, because this has not been modified to protect it from the glycophosphate that's in Roundup. So this plant would die if I had sprayed Roundup near my peonies. And if I was a farmer raising Roundup ready vegetables, then, oh, my plant just broke. Okay, that's good, I can show you some more here. Lily, quit. Okay, so if the Monsanto sprayed this and this was, let's say, a wheat stalk, and there were a bunch of roots growing around, the Roundup would kill all the weeds because they've not been genetically modified, but the wheat would be fine, it would be unharmed. Yes, it would be unharmed, but that still doesn't stop the process. The Monsanto poison lands on the ground, goes down through the soil, picks up all the stuff in the soil, and transports it up into the plant. So yes, this plant may not die, but when we eat this plant, we are not genetically modified. Aha, the red light comes on yet? Okay, light bulb appearing yet? Even though this plant might survive the Roundup is now encased in this plant. It's in the leaves, it's in the stems, it's in the carrot, it's in the grain, it's in the seeds, it's in anything that we eat of a plant will have that glycophosphate in it now. We are not genetically modified organisms. We are not modified to be able to accept eating that poison. You follow that? So when it comes up into this plant, and you know, a little further biology lesson, you've got your outer bark, and then you've got the inner piece. You've got a cadmium layer, which is the layer in between those. That's the pipeline that brings everything up into the plant, okay? So when we go and we eat anything, all that glycophosphate, all that Roundup is still in that plant. It hasn't come out. It stays in that plant. That's what plants do. They sequester everything. Joel Salatin says that these are carbaceous sequesters of sunlight, and they are. They take the sunlight and they hold it, and they develop all this good material that's good for the pigs and the cows and the horses to eat, and the chickens and the ducks and the geese. So when we're eating those animals, anything that's in this plant is going to be in them. Lily, where are you going? Come here. Watch her run. She is fast. Come on. Come on. Come on. What are you doing? Good girl. Woo. Okay, so do you understand the thing now? Okay, this is how plants work. Once again, rainwater hits the ground. After they've sprayed Roundup, that Roundup's on the ground. That's also on the plant. The rainwater goes down into the roots. The roots then dissolves anything in the soil. The roots then absorb that, it brings it back up into the plant, and that's what feeds the plant. When you put fertilizer on the ground, the water dissolves it so it can be picked up by the roots and pulled up into the plant. Same exact thing happens with Roundup. The Roundup gets dissolved, goes down into the roots, it gets picked up into the plant. The plant is then like a bank. It sequesters everything. It holds everything inside of it until something comes along and eats that. So all that poison, all that glycophosphate that's designed to kill all these roots that are growing along with your crops, it's all those crops are sequestering that Roundup. Maybe they won't die from it, but now that poison's still in that plant. So now we're going to die from it. And this is why we have so much liver and kidney disease going on in America now. This is why heart attacks are no longer the leading cause of death. Why liver and kidney disease are quickly replacing it. It's from all these glycophosphates being sucked up into our food. So when you eat genetically modified plants, when you eat corn and wheat and canola oil and vegetable oil that contains all of this stuff, because it doesn't leave, it stays in the plant until we eat it. You are not genetically modified. Monsanto hasn't modified you yet so you can survive that glycophosphate poison. They don't care that you're eating that poison. Anyhow, this is Carl from Grandpa's Farm, and this is my little talk about GMO and why you should be afraid of this stuff. It's poison on a corporate scale that's being forced down the throats of everybody in America. Most people in America just assume, oh, it's good food, it's got to be good for you. Balderdash. This is why you need to start raising your own, folks. Start raising your own food so you're not eating all that poison. Lily, where are you going? Are you leaving home? Huh? Are you leaving home? You gonna be somebody else's dog? I don't know, dog. You're pretty fat. I must take pretty good care of you. You look to be in pretty darn good shape. Yeah? Go on, let's go to the cabin. All right, folks. Well, if you like this kind of thing, please like and subscribe. And we'll catch you the next day. Bye.